Amazing, my beautiful people. I love you all. And today we got great news on what just went down after months and months of waiting and months of preparations between the fighters and waiting for us to see what will go down in the ring. And finally, it went down like no any other game before, but not to the expectations of the people who had paid much and waited longer to see, following up the trainings of the two guys who were involved in this. And this is about Mike Tyson and Jack Paul. So it happened, and not to the expectations of the people who are really waiting to see this thing go down, because everyone was expecting Mike Tyson to completely destroy this young man Paul Jack, but it did not go that way. And because of that, people are asking very many questions like, what happened? Was it a scripted match that the Tyson just get himself and make himself vulnerable to Jack, so that Jack can beat him up and get the get the victory out of it? Or was it a money-making match? Like, no one was concerned about winning. It's all about the hype, and then people come in expecting to see much greater things, and at the end they see what we saw yesterday. Because again, looking at the match and all the rounds that they were doing, we can see Mike Tyson starts with a lot of vigor and power and so much courageous. But as we continue to the second, third, and fourth rounds, it's like Mike Tyson is getting himself wearing out and all that. I mean, most people might say it's because of age. He was so, his age at 50 years old and fighting someone who is younger like Jack Paul. Maybe it's another factor that limited Mike Tyson to do what he used to do when he was at that age, because many people, like 90% of the people who watched that match expected Jack to be out in the first round. And most people, we expected Jack not even to come close to Mike Tyson at any point, not even to touch Mike Tyson. But we saw a lot of jabs landing, the right and left landing to Mike, and we started asking ourselves questions: what really happened? Does it mean that Mike Tyson did not do a lot of training to anticipate for that fight, or what really happened? But we have been following up their trainings one day by day, trying to see what they're really doing and what is coming up and all that. But what we say, it happened, and anonymously the judges voted for called out Jack as the winner of the match. But that is not the end of it, because people are calling for a second match of the same, and they're saying this match should not be scripted, because most people believe that was scripted. During the match, you see, as we said earlier, we can see Mike Tyson starting up the match with his fast jabs as quick as possible, trying to gain traction and try to see what to do in and out, and trying to pull it up and all that. He lands a right jab to Jack, and the crowd is really, now this is the Tyson we know, this is the Mike we know, and everyone goes knowing that we're going to win this. But now in the second round, it's like now Tyson has a problem. Even his balance is not as per the game or as per what people expected, and it's like he's limping up. And personally, I would say maybe Jake was fighting with a lame person who is old. You're fighting with a lame person who is old, so you can't really proclaim that you've won, you have the victory over that, if the person that you're fighting for fighting against is lame and old. And that is what really happened in that ring. You listen to the commentators trying to look into it and saying like, no, it's like Tyson is not in his good stand, not in his good health to go for that match. But all in all, the match had to happen, and it happened the way it went down. And the expectations that people had, and the people are complaining, you can't pay all those dollars for the VVIP and VIP and end up watching such a game that they feel that these two people are not that much prepared for the game as much as it was much hyped and all that. And that led people to have two main conclusions: that it's either the match was scripted to let Jack win and Mike Tyson lose, or number two, it was a money-making match, like the planners of the match knew whatever they are doing, and they did it to make sure that there is money, people will pay and people will come in to watch, and the money they get, they will get it for themselves and all that. So it was all about profits and not all about the two guys who are in. But now the profit cannot come if the two guys who are involved are not involved in the planning of the match. So there is there is a likelihood that Jack and Mike also knew what was going on, and that is how it was. So does it close up with Mike being getting himself in another match again, in a boxing match again, or does it open more doors for him, or does he go for old people like him and stop going for the youngsters who are coming up like Jack? Or what do you really think will happen in this? But as people are calling Antu for a rematch of the same, let's hope that will be planned and the rematch will be much better than what we just saw happening a few hours ago. And we will call on to it and try to make it work. And does it make Jack a superman, or a kind of a hero, or a kind of a great person in the boxing ring? Or personally, I'll say no, it does not make him, because again, the person he fought is not a person of his age, and it's a person who is too old for boxing. If he fought a person who is like 30 years and he's 27, and then I could have termed him as a great boxer of all time. But we understand that we need to understand that Mike Tyson is too old for Jack. So Jack took advantage of the same, and Mike Tyson balance was not good. It's like maybe one of the foot, or the right foot, was not in check and in good health, and so but the fight had to happen either way, and he got himself into it. But Mike Tyson, congratulations for the good work he did at that age of 54 years. Not anyone can do what you did yesterday, trying to give Jack a very hard time to just win. If Jay could have been the best of the best in the boxing, in the boxing game, he could have knocked off Mike Tyson so easily. But if the fact that he did not knock him that easily, and he never knocked him out and all that, it means that he still has much to learn in that, because that age difference is too big. With the energy power and the vigor that young people have against old people, I will congratulate Mike Tyson on the same. And to me, I'll say Mike Tyson won the match because of the age difference and the health condition that he might be going through and all that. So I don't know what's your thought on the same. You can leave your thought on the comment section and ask us, tell us what do you really want us to talk about in the next thing, so we keep you updated on whatever is happening on all the social media platforms, both in political arena, games, and anything that you really want to hear from us. But please don't leave before subscribing. Leave your subscription, just touch over there. It's free. Subscription is free. You don't need to pay me to subscribe, and make sure you watch this and leave it to the other people to do the same. You can share it. I love you all. Until next time we meet, bye.